Hi everyone. So to go over the unit regarding the millennials and Generation X and why, um, I'm noticing, I have an assistant coach who's probably, I want to say 74. He's been working with me for about, I want to say 5 or 6 years now. Um, we've had a great working relationship. I think, the difficulty and the challenges. Um, Early on in our relationship was just the communication. Not so much the communication between him and I, but um, just technology basically. Um, as you mentioned in the text, some of the communication difficulties can be emails. I think just in general, how we're sharing documents nowadays with Google Docs and how we're able to format certain things. But I think I've noticed a lot of growth in the past 2 years as he's interested in learning um, about technology. Uh, he purchased an iPhone, I think it was last year, and he's really been taking advantage of using and learning how to use applications on the phone, um, and also and also I think technology and app developers are trying to bridge that gap from a simplicity standpoint, making it easier and user friendly for both, for to cover both generations. Because obviously, I think the millennials uh, have a stronger strength in a sense that we grew up learning technology and and all the programs that are being used now in school and um, just in general. And I think app developers are taking this into consideration. So they're making it super easy now to be able to find things. Just as an example, my dad wasn't he's not a very technology oriented person. Um, but just an app like, for example, like WhatsApp, it's WHATSAPP, allows him to communicate with our family in Mexico. And he also has an iPhone, which he was never really an iPhone person. So he's been learning how to communicate through applications. But as far as working relationship, with my assistant, he's been great in learning how to do things, and I'm also still learning from other people in my same generation, the same millennial generation. For those that are more computer savvy, learning how to fill out Google Forms and create Google Forms, learning Excel a little more. Um, but as far as Generation X, um, there were other coaches who I have come across and who I have communicated with who are more paper oriented, who like to write everything down on paper. As far as my concern, I do everything on computer. I write everything down on a computer. It's rare that I have a notepad with me per se. And that's one thing that I noticed about Generation X. More hands-on as far as pencil, paper, note taking. Uh, as far as I go, I have my iPhone on me and I write down notes on my phone. Um, one flaw to that obviously is, one time I lost, well, not lost, but um, one time the information on my phone kind of messed up and I lost some important contact information. So if we revert back to, the old school note taking, um, as long as you don't lose the notepad, it's kind of guaranteed there, not getting erased. So, we both have we, both generations have their strengths, and it's just making it work, meshing the two and working together to see the growth in how we move our organization forward. Um, what else? What else? As far as difficulties, I wouldn't say there's so many difficulties that I've came across in my experience with Generation X. I just know it just takes a little more explanation. Um, but so far within our environment here, I haven't had much difficulty other than just being able to explain or demonstrate certain things with technology, which hasn't been a burden to me. So I think uh, I think we're moving in the right direction, and that's my unit post.